and Steve Mackey.
We join Tom Kury now in the second frame. He's opened up with a strike, but not a double. Jeanette Baker, the winner of last week's Gosford City Women's Open. How do you think this match should pan out?
Well, I think it's going to be a matter of who's the most accurate on the day between these two players. That pair, I think, is a little bit erratic, and Robert's been rolling the ball quite well, but it's still not as accurate as Tom.
Well, that's a double for Robert Lindsay. He opened up with a strike as well, and the pair that Jeanette was talking about were, of course, the pair of lanes. In tournament play, bowlers always roll across two lanes, alternating lanes after each shot, and Kury, a spare in the second frame, he'll be a little bit behind.
It would be nice to see Robert get up and actually win something. I think it would do a lot of good for his confidence. He seems to always be around there threatening to win, but never quite makes it.
Well, that was a weak shot. We saw him carry the 5-pin on lane 18, but he left it on lane 17, and his score 29 to Tom's 20. 9 pins ahead at an early stage.
Well, Tom was very lucky then to get out with just a 10-pin. It was a very high shot. Robert, a nice easy spare there on his third frame.
Well, 49 now in the second frame to Tom's 39. 10 pins ahead for this Queensland bowler from Ipswich, and he's bowling against Tom Kury now from Gympie. Kury going for the 10-pin, and he's done what you did last week.
I don't feel so bad after all. There was just a wee bit difference between the two pairs, and that's obviously showing that the allowance meant that that corner was a little bit tighter than what it had been on the other lane. Robert now, oh gosh, he'd be looking to capitalise on that, and has bowled the ball just too well, as they say, and left the 4-9.
Yes, that was a good-looking shot all the way, and Kury capitalising now on Lindsay's unfortunate mistake. And he'll have to go for this one, but no, he's not going to get that. 76 now in the fourth frame. Kury is 48 in the third frame. He can get 3 strikes in a row here. He'll take the lead.
Could be interesting to see what Tom does. He's been high on this lane. Oh, solid pocket hit, no doubt about that one.
Yes, they all went into the pit rather quickly, and that's a double now. Gives him a chance to take the lead, and here we are with the fifth frame of Robert Lindsay coming back beautifully.
As they say, we now have a match here. There's nothing much between these two bowlers at this point. It's just a matter of who can just keep pounding the pocket the longest and the hardest.
Well, Tom, pocket pounder from way back, and he's done it again. That's a turkey, and he's the leader after 4 frames, 78 to 76. Lindsay needs one to stay with him.
Oh, gosh, Robert. Oh, thank you very much, he says. 9's a good count out of that mess.
Oh, that was a horrifying shot in the first instance, but he ended up with a 9 count, as Jeanette said, and he'll now be 96 odd, and Tom Kury can keep on striking. He'll be taking a very handy lead halfway through the game. Winner of the tournament today gets $1,085 and top points in the Grand Prix series. Second place receives $540, so there's quite a lot riding on this match for these Queensland teammates. And a weak shot from Tom Kury, and he's not very pleased with himself there. He could have put the nail on the coffin of Robert Lindsay, but only 9, 107 now in the fifth frame. 11 pins ahead of Robert Lindsay, bowling now.
Well, Robert's gone high, and just like the last shot, he was thankful to get away with 9 then. It looked like being a 4-7-10, a very nasty split. You can't afford to really open any more frames. He's doing the right thing there by trying to attack the pocket, but he just doesn't seem that confident with how to hit it. Easy spare for Tom.
Yes, and Tom 127 now in the sixth frame to Robert Lindsay 115, but 12 pins the difference, but Kury certainly looks the winner to me at this stage.
He looks that little bit more assured, plus he's got his accuracy going for him. He knows exactly what the ball's going to do. Oh, you can't put them in any better than that.
No, they just swept straight into the pits. A strike in the eighth frame, 147 now for Tom Kury. And
Robert's gone wide again. Oh, again.
And he's broken them up again. That's a 9 count in the eighth frame, 134. 13 pins in arrears now.
But there has been some great bowling the whole weekend from the men particularly. Tom started out in the head-to-head in the qualifying rounds with something like a 230-something average over the first 6 games, which is magnificent bowling.
Yes, a very gritty competitor, and looking for another strike there, and he's blown them all over to the 7-pin side, but hasn't carried.
The look on his face, what else do I have to do?
Yes, it's been a solid game from Tom Kury, shooting at a 2:07 pace at the moment. Robert Lindsay can still win it if he can strike now and again in the 10th.
Oh.
Not to be. There's the 10-pin standing. Some of the other place getters in the tournament had big scores. As Jeanette said, Bruce Peel averaged 207. Terry Wenband fourth for a 203 average. Derek Jones from Wollongong, a very improved left-handed bowler, 204. Jeff Gallard from Gosford, 201 average. Peter Zambellis finished seventh with a 203 average. There's a spare for Tom Kury now in the 9th frame, 167 to 153 by Robert Lindsay. 14 pins the difference going into the 10th frame. And if Tom can get a strike here, he shuts the gate. This has got to be a strike. What a strike that was. Look at that face.
Yes, I don't think I'd like to come home 20 cents short in my pay packet to Tom.
That was a beautiful strike. And well said, Jeanette.
Oh, that was a nice one, but an easy one to bowl when the pressure's off.
Yes, 173 to 187. Tom's going to go ahead and win this tournament, and riding the strike in front of the opponent, that's showing a bit of aggression, isn't it?
I call it intimidation, but never mind.
I was looking for that word. Robert Lindsay now going through the motions. That one's out the window. That's the washout, and he'll shoot in the